Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Around the Association. Well, the Los Angeles Lakers took care of business yet again, going up 3 games to 1 now, taking a commanding control of of that series, winning 117 to 111. You even had the Royals in the house, Henry and Megan. I mean, everybody knows that if the Lakers win this game and they go up 3-1, man, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? It could be a problem out here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, Unc showed up, Shannon Sharpe. There's no bigger LeBron James supporter in the media than Shannon Sharpe. He beat out Nick Wright for that position. That is Shannon. Shannon is a regular. Anytime he gets time, he's courtside at the Los Angeles Lakers game, even getting into it with the Memphis Grizzlies. So, needless to say, he's as many playoff games as he can make with the Lakers versus the Memphis Grizzlies, he's gonna make. And everybody knows the back and forth Shannon had with the Grizzlies in LA, last time. And then there's Dylan Brooks that actually said, LeBron's old, and Unc won't taking that lightly. So Unc actually enjoyed watching LeBron James, beat Dylan Brooks late in the game off the dribble for the and one. Take a look here at Shannon Sharpe's reaction. Like, Shannon was going in, and this little stomp and counting out the and 1, 2, 3, it's almost like he's mocking John Morant. You remember John Morant did that to Steph Curry? Now, what I do find interesting is none of the Memphis Grizzlies didn't make themselves available to the media. I mean, that's pretty interesting. These are guys that have a lot to say. John Morant was good in the West. If you remember that, he said, "Oh, I'm good in the West." He ain't worried about. He worried about Boston because we good in the West. Now you're down 3-1 to the 7th seed, and Dylan Brooks declined to do an interview in the post game. John Morant declined to do an interview in the post game. That's wild. Front runners is what you call them. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though they were the 2 seed and they were fluctuating towards the end with Sacramento for the 2 or 3 seed, I know they wish they would have fell to that 3 seed in a way, because the Lakers is a horrible matchup for them. I actually think they would match up better with Golden State, but with the trades that LA has made mid-season, if Anthony Davis is on the court, with everything else they got as far as the depth with Rui Hachimura, I mean, the Lakers in totality, they just have more depth and more size, especially with them not having, Adams, they're big, healthy. So, I don't know, man. It's interesting to not have anything to say post game, even and if the teammates don't, that's one thing. But Ja being the leader and everything that he said, to not have anything to say, that's something else. Now, LeBron did have something to say, and he actually said, he delivered the kill shot in overtime to get rid of the Memphis Grizzlies. Also, he had the game time basket to even send it in overtime. So, needless to say, LeBron came up pretty clutch. Take a listen here.
LeBron, that last bucket you had to make it 113-108, you turned to the crowd, you're screaming and flexing. Can you take us to the emotion of that moment and kind of sealing the game?
I just, how momentum plays are made, and you've been a part of moments where that you can kind of get like a kind of a dagger play or a kill shot, and I feel like that play right there, after I was able to make that and one, kind of once they closed the door, but it sealed it a little bit. It wasn't much light at the end for that particular, for the rest of the game. So just letting the emotion come out, and the fans was once again top notch tonight for a second consecutive game.
Hi, Brian. Couple of questions. One is, when you get it up over Jaren Jackson Jr., like, is that the highest you've had to throw it up over someone to get it to bank in a layup there? And also, the last time out that you called, I think you and Darvin were calling it at the same time. Was that fatigue? Was that just people needed breath, or just you just knowing the moment?
Well, I mean, I work on different layup packages. Tier 1 is a layup just right underneath the rim where you lay it off the glass. Tier 2 is like the middle of the glass or the middle of the square. And then Tier 3 is over top of the square. Shout out to Chris Johnson. We work on those depending on the shot blocker. So I've had moments where I've been able to scoop those high layups. One to come to mind is, I don't remember which finals it was, but in Golden State I was able to drive right, keep the ball in my right hand, and underhand scoop it high over KD in a game. You remember that play, right, Dave? Yeah, 17, yeah. So it's not the first time I've done it. Oh yeah, I was burnt. Meaning I was exhausted, sorry. I apologize. Sorry.
LeBron, when you're in those moments late in the game, when you are exhausted and you need to find another level, how do you do that?
You just dig deep and understand that you'll be able to sleep at some point, just not right now. And this is not the time to rest or forget about an assignment. You'll have more than enough time after the game and the next day to kind of rest and try to decompress as much as possible. So I just dig deep and just try to just make plays.
So let me know what you guys think, man. Is this series over with? Has Memphis Grizzlies kind of, as they head back to Memphis, now they get a chance to go back to Memphis and win Game 5 to try to put some pressure on coming back to LA for Game 6. But they got pressure on them in Game 5, to be honest with you. To lose 5 games in a 5, basically within 5 games in a series where you hosted home court and you fought for that all season. I don't know. This here was a kind of a setback year. A lot of things, happened off the court. A lot, some injuries to Adams and Clark. Those aren't small losses at all. But Ja, his distraction. This will be a season they'll look back on because, hey, it's a business. You might not bring back everybody. You'll still, trust they'll still have their nucleus, but man, you just can't count on any other year but your current year together, to be honest with you. So let me know what you guys think, man. Lakers look like they'll be advancing. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm out.